Sunil Grover, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you, Vishal ji. Thank you so much.
Sunil, you have a new series called United Kacche. From the trailer, it looks like this man from Punjab named Tango Gill who goes to UK, and it talks about the life of immigrants. The series, of course, streaming on Z5. Few reviews are out. How has been the response that you are getting?
I am very happy with the response. The people liking it and they find it entertaining and funny. So this is very motivating. So I'm happy with the response that it is getting. And Kacche in this context means people who haven't seen. I would like to explain and add to what you said. Kacche means illegal immigrants who are living, and United means they're living together. So United Kacche, UK, United Kacche is unintended, of course.
Kacche means, why Kacche?
कच्चे देखिए जैसे कच्चा आम होता है, कच्ची रोटी होती है और कच्चा बादाम होता है, वैसे ही कच्चे बिकॉज मेरे को भी पता नहीं था पहले. आई गॉट टू नो आफ्टर आई read about the show. Kacche is basically people who are not pakke, who's not permanent. So कच्चा है ये अभी, so कच्चा in that context कि कच्चा है मतलब अभी इसको पक्का होने में टाइम है, परमानेंट होने में टाइम है, कच्चा है.
मतलब सिटीजनशिप नहीं मिली है.
सिटीजन है, इलीगल है, सिटीजनशिप नहीं मिली है, इलीगल है.
So what appealed you most about this series, knowing that there have been many stories of immigrants that already been told with a similar theme?
I love the idea of this show that Z5 decided to make a sitcom in London. To have a setup like this for a sitcom, no one has done it so far. Of course, there have been movies, a few movies and other pieces of entertainment, but nothing, no sitcom, like day-to-day slice of life. Every episode has a motive, as a story to tell, as an issue to deal with. And that's what excited me about the show. I wanted to do it.
You have sort of become this regular when it comes to series which have this comic tones. Having championed this genre, are you now able to identify the scene that will draw maximum laugh while reading it?
Yeah, it makes me, if most of the time it happens, that if it's making me laugh, eventually I see that translating on screen also. Sometimes I'm wrong also, not always I'm right. But yeah, most of the times I'm right. I mean, wherever while reading, if I laugh, people are laughing while watching.
Sure, but we feel that you give any line to Sunil Grover and he will make it funny.
Sometimes I get lucky with that, yes, but not every time.
Then what is the trick to have this impeccable comic timing? Like, you of course were shooting with some of the senior actors here, like Satish.
I've always admired Satish ji's work. As a child, I've been watching him, and he's been entertaining for years. So while I was working with him, he's very senior actor in terms of not by his experience and age, but also with his approach to work. He is very professional when it comes to learning his lines and understanding the scene and the way he performs. He understands the nuances very well. So it was very nice to work with him and very easy to work with him because he understands it so well. And I enjoyed it.
Sunil, it is said anger is easy and comedy is hard. Does that apply to Sunil Grover as well?
Yes. See, anything to do with, if you want to do anything well, nicely, it is difficult. But yes, comedy is comparatively to make people laugh is harder.
Then we keep seeing your this busy Instagram feed in which sometimes you're selling vegetables, sometimes cooking something on the roadside, sometimes you're selling kites. Are these characters that are hidden inside you, and because no one is offering you, so you decided to showcase them, your range?
Why I am an actor is because I wanted to become I want to become a lawyer, a doctor, a sabzi wala, a vendor, everything I wanted to become. So acting was the only profession which allowed me to become everything. It makes me very happy. I just want to experience because as a customer you just buy and go. But if you behind the counter as a seller, then you realize what would they be feeling. And I love that job also. Dhaba, the guy who makes rotis. Like my next job is that I want to make rotis on the dhaba. So yesterday I saw while coming here on my way in Punjab. From Punjab I was coming, and I loved it. And the next job is in my mind, the dhaba roti wala. And these people are also your audience, so you understand them a little, you know, closer, and they're part of this ecosystem. Everything we all are, you know. So understand their life also, which is not your life, and see it closely, and interact with them and get a joy out of it.
So then सुनाइए कुछ बताइए, give us an example, like what you observed lately at a dhaba or at a shop or in a market.
Like the other day, while we were coming from Punjab to Delhi and to Chandigarh actually, from Jalandhar to Chandigarh, so this dhaba we stopped at for food, and this guy. So every time I see various things, so I said, so he was making questions like that. So I was looking at him, observing him, and he said, "Bhaji, बैठो महाराज, आ रहे हैं, दसो की चाहिए, बताइए क्या चाहिए." The definition of hygiene changes with every dhaba. Okay, I can talk about this the whole day.
Like, please tell us how.
So the hygiene levels are different. So the one dhaba we stopped at, so their hygiene levels. So this guy was making roti, but they are making fulka this time, not the tandoori one. Fulka is this belan and है ना. So सब बना रहे, मैं तो मक्खियां पे आके बैठ रही आटे के ऊपर, बहुत सारी मक्खियां. मैं भाई ढक लो, तो अब भी तो खोला था, तो इस लगा दिया, और मक्खियां 3-4 अंदर ही रही, कपड़े के बाकी उड़ गई. तो वो भी देख के बड़ा मजा आया. फिर मैं कहा यार यहाँ से हम लोग वहां से चले गए, एक ही आदमी था, टाइम बहुत लगेगा बनाने में, काफी हमसे ज्यादा गेस्ट तो यहाँ पे मक्खियां हैं, तो हम लोग थोड़ा आगे ढाबे पे चले गए. तो वहां पे गए तो ये अलग नजारा था. तो ये आदमी पहले लिख रहा था ढाबे पे ऑर्डर, पूरा ऑर्डर लिखा, हाँ जी दाल फ्राई. अच्छा, तो ये मेरे को लगता बनाएगा कब, ये 10 लोगों के लिए खाने का ऑर्डर ले रहा है एक एक चीज का, ये बनाएगा कब. तो ऑर्डर लेने में भी 15 मिनट लग गए, वो हमारी फ्लाइट का टाइम हो रहा है, और हमने फिर दुआ मांगी कि जल्दी जल्दी बना दे किसी तरीके से. तो उन्हें पूरा एक आराम से लिया, हाँ जी, और रोटियां दो, 2 रोटियां दो. तो एक आप एक बात बोलोगे तो वो उसी बात को 2 बार बोलेगा. ऐसी बहुत सारी मतलब बातें, उस लिस्ट बनाने में बड़ा टाइम लग गया.
Then, from the lens of an actor, which are the places that you find this humor, like apart from dhabas, like maybe at a gathering or at a jagran where a singer is singing very badly?
Everywhere.
Earlier in March, it was Jaspal Bhatti's birthday. Now, you of course have worked with him at the beginning of your career. Was he as funny behind the camera as he was in front of the camera? And do you
Yes,
think he was ahead of his time when it comes to comedy, in his satire, and his black comedy?
Jaspal ji is a legend. The way he conceived humor, the way he could see humor in different things, I think is incomparable. He would find humor everywhere, in everything.
Do you, any anecdote would you like to share with us?
I spent a lot of time with him, and he was somebody was very serious also, in terms of when he's writing, he needs his writing time, and but he could crack joke about anything and everything.
Yeah.
So there was, and he could predict things. He was great at knowing people and understanding people very well.
Is there a memory you would like to share with us? Like,
yeah, he that time I remember we were coming from somewhere, and that time Modi ji was the the chief minister of Gujarat, and he said, this guy would become prime minister, you just see. You could predict that.
As an actor, how do you see the world? I mean, there are shades of comedy. Which comic tones appeals you a lot?
Everything. It has to be funny, that's it. No matter how you do it, in what tone or tonality, how you do it. Most important is that you are, it makes you laugh. It can be caricature, it can be, so by words you can define, you can use many words. It can be over the top, it can be realistic, it can be subtle, or whatever words you use, but it has to make you laugh. That's it.
Sunil Grover, wishing you lots of success. Thank you so much for your time and all the
Thank
best.
you.